What's up, guys? So the trailer for episode 3 dropped today. I want to break it down for you guys. So firstly, we have everybody getting off of the truck, and you see they have a working truck and everything. So we see everyone in there, as well as, you see, when you go to the view, you see Troy, Bonnie, and Tavia. Now, I personally did not think that Tavia would be in the camp at all. Thought she was at some different camp, but I was proven wrong. She is in this camp. So moving on from the other one, we have a tools section where everybody is. You see we have armed people in the background, both of them with AKs, new characters, and I wonder how many new characters are actually going to be in this episode, because we've seen quite a few, and I'm wondering how that will be now. It seems that everyone in Carver's camp seems to have AKs. It seems to actually be like a prison, because you see everybody's on watch and everything. They have weapons and everything. So moving on to the next picture, we had this girl that I thought was Anna Correa. Now, to me, it doesn't look like her that much, because Anna Correa's mouth was a bit wider, and this girl doesn't seem to have much of a wider mouth. And moving on to a color picture of her, you see her up close, and yeah, it doesn't seem like to be in a career anymore to me. So moving on to the next picture, we have Tavia. A close look at Tavia, that bitch that I thought was nice, but now she's not. So you see Carver and everything. I thought Tavia was gonna be nice, but nope, she was just another lying bitch. But aside for that, we seem to have Clementine over by the walls. Now you see the walls, there are walkers out there, and they seem to have a setup where if they actually push in, they cannot actually knock on the walls. So that's pretty nice setup, I gotta say that. And Clementine seems to be working. Of course, Carver said that they have to get to work to earn his trust back and everything. And that's what Clementine's doing. And they seem to have a nice setup to keep the walkers out, because they can't actually push down the wall. So moving on, here we have Bonnie asking Clementine, how's your first day at the camp? And then she's like, hey, it's not a camp, it's like prison. And it pretty much is, because they're forcing her to work, and they're treating her like crap and everything. Now over here we have Clementine looking at a rope. Now that's probably a rope to actually get out of the camp, to sneak out and everything. You look over here, we see it goes up to the roof, which is pretty interesting to see where she would actually go to sneak in and everything. So nextly, the part that made me really questionable, Clementine getting hit by Troy. Now I don't know, okay, Troy seems to be like a loyal person. He doesn't really seem to care that Clementine's a little girl or anything. He's just doing what he got to do to actually survive and everything. Now, here we have Clementine getting back up from her bruise. I mean, obviously, he knocked her out with that AK and everything. That was not nice at all. That was just horrible. Now, here's the most interesting part to me. Here we have Clementine actually asking Bonnie for 15 minutes to not care what she is doing. This is probably an escape plan, probably to steal something, which is pretty interesting to see Clementine actually asking Bonnie. Now, Bonnie seems to be a nice person. She don't want to be there, I guess. She just staying there with Carver. Obviously, Carver actually trusts her and everything, so I'm wondering if she will actually betray Carver to help out Clementine. So obviously, Bonnie will help Clementine, I think, because, Bonnie's a nice person, and she will do what she gotta do. Clementine's just 11 years old, and she doesn't really need what she's getting right now. So moving on, we have Clementine actually getting help to escape Carver's camp. Now here we have the girl back there that seems to be, well, I'm calling her the girl, I guess. And then we have that black guy over there. So I'm guessing since the black guy and the girl are actually witnessing what's happening, they were actually, they don't want to be in Carver's camp, therefore they will help her. Now it's pretty interesting to see that Carver actually taking people who don't want to be in their camp. This is obviously a bad leader tactic and everything. I don't see why he's actually letting people in that did not want to be there and everything. So they're helping her escape, and that's pretty cool. I hope the black guy doesn't die. Nextly, we have Clementine climbing up a ladder, probably getting out of the camp and everything. You see a truck in the background, and you see walkers in the background. It's probably when Clementine's going to probably lure the walkers toward Carver's camp and everything. Now, this is probably when she makes it up to the roof and everything. She's sneaking down, probably into that place where Tavia has the radios and everything. But interesting, you see blood. Now, this is probably where the witness of the murder happened. I most likely think that it's going to be Reggie, because, looks just like him and everything. But even though he's a good character, I don't want to see him die like that. But it's going to happen, most likely. And here we have Clementine escaping from the zombies. Now, they seem to have let the zombies into Carver's camp and everything. And we have Kenny, too. He was fending them off and actually being in danger trying to escape from them. So over here we had the larceny, actually stealing the radios from Tavia. You see Tavia over there in the background, not paying attention. That gives Clementine an opening to actually steal the radios. Now, you see they have multiple ones being charged. Now, they probably make everyone in the camp, most likely everyone, probably just the loyal ones, carry around radios just in case they have any trouble or anything. Now, Clementine's probably going to steal one just to listen in on what they got to say, because obviously, if you want to be stealthy and everything, you do not want to actually talk on the radio, because they will figure it out and everything. So she probably gonna still want to listen in, probably like use it to her advantage to actually listen in on what's going on. So nextly, we have Clementine cutting up the zombie, probably gonna use the tactic that Lee used to not have the walkers come and attack him now. He probably gonna put it on herself as well as Sarah. You see Sarah there in the background. And moving on, we see Troy actually catching Clementine. Now, he just hates her for some reason. He seems to really not tolerate anything coming from Clementine. He just gonna put her in a place right in a second if he has to. So, moving on, we have Carver probably mad at Clementine, but I'm guessing that it'd be Reggie because he's looking pretty pissed off now. Nextly, we have Clementine actually sitting down. And then moving on to the other picture, we have Clementine hugging Kenny. Probably something bad happened, of course. And he's probably, it's a part where maybe where he's trying to like hurt Clementine or something like that. So I can see that actually happen where Kenny trying to protect Clementine, and I know Kenny will most likely protect Clementine from whatever going on. So nextly we have Sarah and Clem in the middle of the walkers and everything. So now Sarah seems to be going crazy. Probably something happened. Maybe her dad died. Maybe she's just freaking out. We know Sarah has something like anxiety issues, and you see that they're actually covered in the covered in walker guts and everything. So that's probably why the walkers aren't really attacking them or anything. So lastly, the last picture I'm going to talk about is Kenny. He says, "Go on, you'll need to see this." Now, his voice sounds pretty pissed off, and you look in his hand, you see a crowbar. This could be the achievement that said rehabilitated, gave what you got, and Kenny could probably be the one to actually attack Carver. Now, I'm wondering what he actually did to actually make Kenny this mad, because his voice sounded pretty pissed off, and he's holding the crowbar and don't want Clementine to see what he's going to do. So he's probably going to do something bad, and I'm really hoping that he does, because I want to see Kenny actually... We haven't really seen him completely pissed off, but we've seen him pissed off to a point where he just yelled at people. But this point, he's really pissed off. He doesn't want Clementine to witness what he's going to do. So I'm really interested in seeing what he actually does, and I can't wait for that. So this has been it for my trailer breakdown for episode 3's trailer. It's been a great one, and I cannot wait for this episode. It should be dropping on May 13th, which is Tuesday, on PC, Xbox 360, as well as PS3. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to thumbs up for this trailer, and hasta luego, amigos. It's good to hate when I drop that bass.